Hey there, all my soul peeps. Angel of the Dawn back with another part of a message. This is actually a follow-up to the timeline video that I just did. I was guided to share some more information about that. For instance, I'm sure most people have heard or had the thought that, you know, if you're working on something new, keep it to yourself until you see it come into fruition. In my opinion, that is because that is an unconscious knowing of how these thought forms, and I did go ahead and draw some more people, how these thought forms affect our timelines, even if it's on an unconscious level. We know that, you know, the more people that we tell, the more they can affect our timelines, our personal timelines. And, so, and I also believe, okay, like group prayer, I believe that that's how you, manifest, you know, the positive things that people have achieved through prayer, like miracles and things. That's because enough people believed and had those positive thoughts to anchor in those highest timelines. And it was a group effort, so it was more people creating this. And the reason we have so many different things going on in the world, you know, we've got good things and bad things happening all over the world. That's because, you know, some individual people are creating more negative than positive thought forms, and vice versa. And then as a group, there's groups that are creating more negative and more positive thought forms and timelines as a group. So there's all these different things going on around the world because there's pockets of negative and positive charged group or individuals, groups, and group thought that are creating all of these different scenarios in the world. And so every positive thought, whether you realize it or not, is creating your own individual thought form bubbles and timelines, what you're anchoring in. But then within your immediate, because the closer people are, well, that is relative too, but not necessarily closer in proximity. The more people that are focused on the same energetic thought form and what they're delivering to that specific thought form, positive or negatively. But like it can be, because it's easier, I think, without focus. How we manifest by default is by reacting to these positive and negative charges in each other in our immediate environment. That's how we end up just creating unconsciously is, you know, this person has, which way did I, this one has more positive thoughts than negative thoughts. So this person's neutral about that. And this person's more negative about this person being neutral, say. I mean, just an example. So they're playing off of each other. And they're ultimately creating, in this scenario, it would be basically a neutral timeline. But still, so they're keeping whatever their situation, it's staying the same, in my opinion. Now, say this person was, or this one was more positive, this one also is leaning more positive, and this one is negative. I feel like that's still going to raise this timeline, because it's almost like they almost cancel this person out. Not that nobody cancels anybody else out, or that somebody doesn't matter because they're thinking negatively. Not that at all. Just in energetic terms, the energy rises above and creates a more positive timeline, anchors in a more positive timeline. Because you can think of these as people, or you can just think of them as energy. positive and negative energy, because that's what we are, and that's what we are putting out into the world, and how we are creating in general. So I think that may be all I have. I see I touched on the, not telling people what we are wanting to create in order to not get negative thought forms projected at it. And collectively in a group focusing, and it could be negative intentions too. I mean, a group can get together and focus negative intentions just as well as positive intentions. So, energy is neutral until we give it a direction. Kind of like those, they're hanging on a string, and they're like little metal balls that clang into each other. We have to cling into these thought forms in order to get them in motion, because otherwise they're just hanging there, in my opinion. So that may be all I have for the follow-up. I don't know. We'll see if there's a part 3. So anyways, Happy New Year's Eve, everybody. Going into 2019 strong and hard. Oh, that's another thing. So it wasn't all that I had to say, because I was thinking earlier too about like the law of attraction, which this very much is like the law of attraction, because whatever you're sending out, you're getting back. That's what you're anchoring in as a timeline. That's it's the same thing. That timeline is going to push back what you put into it. So like going into 2019, if you're thinking, oh, 2018 was horrible, and I really, 2019 is going to be better than 2018, then most likely you're bringing in negativity from 2018 into 2019. Now, if you can look back over 2018 and see the positives in the year, regardless of what happened, if you can see the lessons that was meant to be learned, and how you were being pushed forward, and how you've grown individually as a person, and maybe in a group or in a family. I mean, just whatever your growth is, that you can see how far you've come, hurdles you've overcome. Because regardless, even if, say, it's hard, because I don't necessarily believe that. I think everything not only happens for a reason, but it really is always happening for our benefit, to teach us something, to move us higher in our levels of our personal incarnation and as a collective. And so, but even if you really feel like, 2018 had more negative than positives in it, if you can focus on the positives and say that you're going to amplify those in 2019, rather than, focus on 2018 was bad and, 2019's got to be better. Just think of the positives that 2018 did bring and increase those, amplify those. So yeah, that may be it. I don't know what my hair is doing. I don't know why it's bothering me so much, but that is just really, it looks funny. Anyway, I think that may be all I have this time. Like I said, we'll see if there's part 3. So this is Angel of the Dawn. Oh, and if you like my videos, like, share, and subscribe. This is a relatively new channel. I started it back in April. But I may have had 10 whole videos from April. And I don't even think there was that many, actually. But from April until, let's see, this is December. I think sometime in October is when I really started putting myself out there and putting information out there. So it's a relatively new channel, regardless how you look at it. So I really appreciate you guys, subscribing to my channel, liking my videos, sharing my videos, commenting. I really want to, start to get to know you guys. I love each and every one of you guys. This is a wild, crazy ride. I feel like it's an awesome, wild, crazy ride. And I'm glad that we are all a part of this together. And so I'm looking forward to getting to know you guys on a, more individual level. I will start doing lives. I really kind of want some feedback on, like, what kind of topics you guys would like to talk about. I have so much personal experience and just, guided information and things that I have written down and in my head. And I just don't know where to start. So that's why I started just doing the tarot readings, because that was an easier way to really start kind of interacting with you guys a little bit, not knowing what else to say. So if there's a topic that you guys want to talk about, or that you would like me to talk about, or like me to do a live about, let me know, and I'll totally, and if it's something I don't know, I'll totally research it. That has always been my philosophy. That's what I always told my kids as they were growing up, I don't know everything. I don't pretend to, want to, whatever. But if there's something you want to know, or something you want to talk about, if I don't know about it, I will gladly research it and get more information. So, I think that's all I have. I'll say that a couple more times and then I might be done. Okay, so anyways, like, share, subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. And this is Angel of the Dawn, saying peace, love, and light out. Until next time.